Paano nga ba mag-solve ng systems of linear inequalities in two variables? Tara't pag-usapan natin yan dito. Manood, makinig, mag-enjoy at matuto. What's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is YouMore PH. Andito na naman ang pabibo ninyong guro na punong-puno ng humor and willing to give YouMore. Narito ako para tulungan ka, natulungan ng sarili mong matuto sa pamamagitan ng math pinadali, math pinasaya, at math pina-exciting na mathematics lesson. Now, if you find this video helpful, please paki-click ang subscribe and also click the notification bell. And please do share this to your friends as well, your classmates, sa teachers, sa tita, tito, ate, or kuya, or kung sino mang may kailangan ng ganitong lesson. Alright? Without further ado, let's get to our discussion. Hi everyone! Welcome sa lesson natin ngayong araw. So for today, we're going to discuss about solving systems of linear equations, inequalities in two variables. Alright. So before you proceed to this topic, make sure na panood nyo muna yung dalawang topics na babanggitin ko. Una, how to graph using the intercept method, yung x and y intercept. Then pangalawa, how to graph linear inequalities. Kasi dun lang iikot yung ating discussion about this one. Okay? So unlike systems of linear equations, so meron siyang 4 or more na ways para mag-solve ng kanyang mga solutions. So, namely, una is graphing, pwede ring substitution, pwedeng elimination, pwedeng comparison. So, sa higher math, meron pa yung iba. Pero, usually sa grade 8, yung 4 lang na yun ang itinuturo. Alright. So, dito sa solving systems of linear inequalities, iisa lang yung way para ma-solve ang kanyang mga solutions. Okay? And that is through graphing. Kaya nga, sinasuggest ko sa inyo, i-master nyo muna yung pag-graph, saka nyo ito labanan. Yung solving systems of linear inequalities in two variables kasi more of graphing ito. As far as I know, graphing lang yung way para ma-solve ang systems of linear inequalities. But, if ever na meron kang idea na, sir, pwede po ang gantong method, pwede yung ibang strategies para ma-solve ito, then you can share that to me sa comment section para mapag-aralan ko din and para ma-share natin sa mas marami pang audience. Okay? So, let's get this lesson started. Alright. So, direct na tayo sa mga problems. Alright. So, I'll give you 2 examples before we proceed to our humor drill. So, ayan. Kapag systems, di ba alam natin na 2 or 3 ng equations or inequalities ang involved. So, dito, dalawa lang. For grade 8, usually 2 lang naman. Alright. So, eto. Equation 1, inequality 1, inequality 2. Ayan. Tapos ito, 2 din. Okay? So, let's proceed to number 1 muna, bago mag number 2. Alright? So, let's solve this one. So, separate natin itong isasolve na 2. Okay. So, let's name this as 1 and number 2. So, sulat ko dito. Focus tayo muna sa 1, yung x plus y greater than or equal to negative 2. Ayan. So, kung napanood nyo na yung lesson natin about linear inequalities or pag-graph nun, ang unang step dito is to just change the inequality symbol papuntang equation. So, magiging ganito yan. Is equal to negative 2. This is negative. Alright. Then, saka natin isosolve yung x and y intercept. Okay? Natatandaan ba? Again, hiwalay mong isasolve itong 2. Kasi 2 line yan, 2 magkaibang lines. Alright? So, x plus y is equal to negative 2. So, let's solve muna for x-intercept. So, kapag x-intercept, y is equal to 0. Tandaan yan, magka-partner lagi ang x-intercept saka y0. Kapag y-intercept, yung x naman yung 0. Ganito yan. So, copy natin itong working equation natin this time. Yung x plus y is equal to negative 2. This is the shortcut. Ituturo ko na sa inyo yung shortcut. So, kung nasan yung y, kasi sabi dito y is 0, ika-cancel mo lang yon. Yung term na y, yung term na may y, cancel na siya because that will become 0. Then, we will be left with x is equal to negative 2. Alright. Ang goal natin is matira yung x o kaya matira yung y. Sa x-intercept x dapat, sa y-intercept y dapat. Hindi dapat negative. So, okay na ito. Since x is positive already. Ayan. So, ito na yung x-intercept natin na na-solve. Pero we are going to create the ordered pair. Una dapat yung x followed by y. Again, yung y dito sa kanya x dyan, gagawin natin siya in terms of ordered pair. Una yung x, lagi yan, x muna, followed by y. Negative 2, 0. So, this is our x-intercept. Yung ordered pair sa ating x-intercept. Alright? Isa pa, syempre, galing din ulit dito. We're going to solve the y-intercept. Sa y-intercept, ang x ang 0. Okay? So, sana nare-recall ninyo? Ang x, yung y ang 0, baliktaran lang yan. Ang y-intercept, x ang 0. So, same pa rin yung equation na ipinalit natin dito. Diba? Ito yon. Yan pa rin ang gagamitin natin. Plus y is equal to negative 2. Pero this time, ang ika-cancel natin is yung x na 0. Okay? Yung term na x. Tanggalin mo yan. Kasi nga, magiging 0 lang din naman yan. Alright? So, since y is positive, no need to write plus sa unahan. Pero kung negative yan, dapat lagay mo ng minus doon. Or negative. Alright? Is equal to negative 2. Now, yung y ba nag-iisa na? Yung y ba positive na? Kung parehong yes, then okay na yan. Okay? Now, gamit natin yung dalawang coordinates, 0 saka negative 2, gawa ka ng ordered pair. So, which one would be the first number to be written here? Yung 0. Kasi siya yung value ng x. Tandaan, once we are creating ordered pair, x muna bago yung y. Alright? This is now the y-intercept. Okay? X-intercept is negative 2, 0. Y-intercept is 0, negative 2. Ayan. So, atong dalawang ito, ang gagamitin natin para i-graph etong ating linear inequalities. And take note also yung dalawang type ng line na ginagamit kapag tayo ay mag-graph ng linear inequalities. We have the broken line, tapos yung solid line. So, I'll explain that sa graphing paper later. So, solve ko muna din yung sa number 2, yung kanyang x and y-intercept. So, gamit natin, ito naman, focus tayo dito. X minus y less than or equal to negative 2. Alright? Now, the first thing we have to do, just like what we did here, change mo yan into equation. Magiging siyang x minus y is equal to negative 2. And so, almost the same sila, pero meron ditong kakaiba kasi negative na yung isa. So, let's solve muna for x-intercept. What would be the 0? Yung y. Baliktaran. Kung x ang intercept, y dapat yung 0. Kung y-intercept, x naman yung 0. Okay? Kopyahin natin yung working natin na equation. That's x minus y is equal to negative 2. Cancel mo yung y kasi siya yung 0. Cancel ko ito. So, we are left with x is equal to negative 2. Ang x ba ay positive na? Yes. Ang x ba walang number sa gilid? Meron pero 1 na lang. So, disregard na yan kapag 1 ang nasa gilid. Diba kapag x kasi, may 1 yun dyan. Pero hindi na siya sinusulat. Basta make sure yung 1 is positive. Okay? Alright. So, ayan na yung ating dalawang coordinates. Now, anong uunahin kong ilalagay? Is it negative 2 or 0? That's negative 2. Kasi, siya yung x. Again, x lagi ang mauuna. Followed by y, which is 0 yung value nila dito. Alright. So, that's for the x-intercept. Proceed naman tayo sa y-intercept. Right. X naman yung 0 dito. So, we have x minus y is equal to negative 2. So, kung x yung 0 dyan, x yung ika-cancel natin. Pero ang problem is that yung y is negative pa. Kung kanina, yung y ay naging positive or wala nang sign sa unahan, that's positive kasi. Kapag negative, wag mo siyang hahayaan na wala siyang negative sa unahan. Okay? Then, is equal to negative 2. So, ang shortcut dito kapag equation, tapos ang problem lang naman, the only problem here is negative ito. Diba sabi kasi natin, dapat laging positive yung nagiging result natin dun sa x saka sa y. So, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, change all the signs. What do I mean by that? Yung negative 1, magiging positive lang. Tapos yung negative 2, magiging positive din. Basta make sure lang lahat ng terms sa magkabilang sides ay napalitan mo ng sign. Okay? Pwede yun. Alright. So, yun ang technique, yun ang shortcut. Then, ordered pair 0 muna, comma, 2. So, let me explain the concept here kung ano yung pinanggalingan nito. Hindi yan ang galing sa kung saan-saan lang. So, yung negative y is equal to negative 2. Ang ginawa dyan is, we multiplied negative 1. Okay? So, kasi kailangan na siya maging positive, ang way lang para maging positive siya is to multiply by negative 1. So, magiging siyang negative 1 times negative y. The answer would be positive. Tandaan nyo din ba ang integers? Kapag same sign, the answer is positive. Kapag different sign, the answer is negative. This works only for multiply and divide. Okay? So, since same sign niya, negative saka negative, kaya naging positive yung result dito. Ito din, negative times negative, the answer is also positive. Okay? So, yan. Yan ang explanation noon. Alright. Now, so we have the x-intercept, we have the y-intercept. Kaya na natin i-graph ito. Alright? So, punta ako sa aking graphing paper. Dalawang line ang may expect ninyo dapat na i-graph natin. Ito, syempre, yung unang inequality. Tapos yung pangalawang inequality. Kaya meron siyang tag-isa na x-intercept, tapos na y-intercept. Alright? So, punta na tayo sa graphing paper para ipakita sa inyo kung paano ito i-graph. Alright, so let's graph our first systems of linear inequality. So, ito yung dalawa nating inequalities kanina. X plus y greater than or equal to negative 2. X minus y less than or equal to negative 2. And a while ago, we solved the x-intercept of both the inequalities. Alright? Then, ito mamaya nyo na ito pansinin. Etong may true and false dito sa ibaba. Later natin yan isosolve. Alright? So, first thing, i-graph muna natin yung linear inequality na ito. Alright? So, hanapin muna natin yung x-intercept na negative 2, 0. Tandaan ninyo, ang x-intercept found on the x-axis, yung horizontal axis. Atong x dito sa ating gilid. So, hanapin mo lang yung negative 2 dyan. Andito siya. Tama? Ibig sabihin, yung ating first point lies on that negative 2. Okay? So, andyan yung ating first point and let's name this as negative 2, 0. Okay? So, yan ang x-intercept. Ngayon, para makabuo tayo ng line, kakailanganin natin ng isa pang point. Diba? 2 points determine a line. So, since may isang point na kailangan pa ng isa, para makabuo ng line. So, ayan. So, yung y-intercept ang gagamitin natin, which is negative 2 yung y. So, hanapin mo lang sa y, yung negative 2. Andito siya. Tama? So, kung andito yung negative 2, andyan din yung point. Okay? And you name it as 0, negative 2. Ayan. So, yung name depende sa kung anong name ng y-intercept sa kanong x-intercept. Alright? So, ayan. So, yun yung dalawang points. Ngayon naman, ang task natin na susunod is to create a particular line. Ngayon, kailangan mong balikan yung given inequality. You have to look at the inequality na ginamit. So, in this case, we focus on the first inequality, greater than or equal to. So, dapat tandaan nyo pa rin ito. Kapag less than or greater than, broken line ang ginagamit natin. Okay? Tapos kapag naman, less than or equal to, o kaya greater than or equal to, solid line ang gamit natin. So here's my tip. Nabanggit ko na to sa lesson natin about linear inequalities. Ang tip ko dito is ganito. Kapag nakita mo na yung inequality ay may line sa ilalim, tandaan mo na dapat yung line na gagamitin mo ay solid line. Pero kapag wala, broken line siya. Okay? So, since merong line sa ilalim, merong equal dyan, greater than or equal, so therefore, we are using the solid line. So, eto, gamit ka ng ruler kasi kailangan dapat accurate yung graph. Alright? Connect mo lang yan. And, dapat yung line ay solid. Okay? Ganyan. So, the line should be a solid line. Ayan. So, this is for x plus y greater than or equal to negative 2. Pero hindi pa yan tapos. Okay? So, let's name this as x plus y greater than or equal to negative 2. So, sa dulo ng line, kailangan may arrowhead. Tapos, meron din yung name ng particular inequality. Okay? So, now, let me show you kung paano naman ito isa-solve. So, let's solve naman the testing point. So, balikan ko lang muna yung nasa graph. Ayan. So, yung testing point ay pipili ka lang kasi yung line nahating niya yung sa dalawang parts ang ating Cartesian plane. So, merong upper at merong lower part. So, pipili ka lang dyan ng isang point na gagamitin mo as testing point. And, as I have told you din sa unang topic natin about linear inequalities, piliin mo lagi kung available naman yung origin. Hindi naman siya tinamaan ng ating line, then gamitin mo na yung origin kasi siya yung pinakamadaling gamitin for testing point. Alright? So, yung testing point, it would represent yung part sa particular na dun sa line na nakahati. Kunwari, 0, 0. So, andito yung origin. So, itong origin, nire-represent niya lahat ng nasa taas. Okay? So, kapag nag-true yan, dapat dito ang shade. Kapag nag-false yan, lalayuan mo yung origin. Dito dapat yung shade. Okay? So, solve natin. Alright. So, we have, ayan. So, 0, 0 or the origin. Ito ang ordered pair ng origin natin. So, later, I'll show you the shortcut. Pero ngayon, solve muna natin. Ayan. So, ang x dyan ay 0, ang y dyan ay 0. Isa-substitute mo lang yan dito sa ating inequality. Okay, magiging siyang 0 plus 0 greater than or equal to negative 2. Ano ang 0 plus 0? 0. Greater than or equal to negative 2. Then after that, tapos na, isang number na lang, isang number na lang din yung nasa kabila. So you have to ask yourself kung true or false ba etong ating last statement. Ang 0 daw is greater than or equal to negative 2. Mas malaki daw ba yung 0 compared sa negative 2? That's true. Diba? Mas malaki yung 0 sa kahit na anong negative number. So this is true. Alright? So etong idea na to, at the same time yung testing point, kailangan natin yan para ma-graph or magawa yung shaded region doon sa ating graph. So, balik tayo dito sa ating graph kanina. So, yung line, tapos na-name na naman natin okay na yan. Ngayon yung shaded region. So, eto yung idea natin kanina. 0 is greater than or equal to negative 2 and that is true. Ginamit natin yung 0, 0 or the origin. Kapag true, dapat kasama sa shaded region yung origin. So, therefore, since andito yung part ng origin, dyan dapat ang ating shaded region. Since true ang lumabas. So, kapag true ang ibig sabihin niyan, sasakupin mo yung region kung nasaan yung ginamit mo na testing point. So, since ginamit natin ng 0, 0 or the origin, since nasa may upper part siya, nandun dapat yung shade natin. Nasa may upper part din ng ating graph. Ayan. So, ganyan-ganyan lang. So, shaded region is kasama si origin. Ayan. So, that's it. That's the graph for the first inequality. So, tuloy natin. Doon naman sa second inequality. So, I'm going to use my violet na marker para makita din ninyo na magkaiba yung line na pinag-uusapan natin. So, we have x minus y is less than or equal to negative 2. Ayan. So, first, x-intercept din muna. So, nasan ba yung x-intercept? Nasa x-axis. Diba? Negative 2. Ayan. Sir, yan din yung point doon sa ating unang inequality. That's fine. Kung pareho yan, edi, patungan mo lang. Ayan. So, ito yung first point natin. No need to name kasi may name na naman siya. Alright? So, since nagkapatong, okay lang din yan. Since pareho sila ng x-intercept. Ngayon, magkaiba sila ng y-intercept. Dito ang y, which is found on the y-axis, 2 ang value niya. Tama? Hanapin mo lang yung 2 sa y-axis. Andito siya. Diba? Yung 2 sa y-axis ay nasa may itaas. Okay? And pwede na tayo magdungtong gamit yung dalawang points na meron or ibinigay or nakuha natin kanina. Ngayon, bago ka muna mag-graph, or mag-create ng line, balikan muna natin kung anong klaseng inequality ang ginamit. So, since ginamit is less than or equal to, at may line sa ilalim, solid line tayo. Okay? So, ganito. Solid line din yung isa. Okay? So, gamit tayo ng ruler, tapos, create ka ng solid line. Ayan. So, lagay tayo ng arrowhead sa magkabilang dulo. Tapos, since meron na dito na natin sa baba yung pangalan. That's okay naman. Name niya is x minus y less than or equal to negative 2. Okay? So, that's it. Ngayon, okay na to. Ito pala, name ng point niya is 0, 2. Now, we're going to solve naman for the testing point. Kasi tapos na nating i-graph or i-plot yung points and i-gawan siya ng straight line. Alright? So, let's solve naman the testing point. Alright. So, gamitin natin ulit yung 0, 0. Balikan ko muna yung graph. So, tignan natin kung pwede ba si 0, 0, yung origin. So, tingin ka sa violet. Focus ka sa violet. Wala nang kinalaman dito sa red na line. Sa violet tayo. Ito yung violet. So, meron din siyang dalawang part. Meron siyang upper part at meron siyang lower part. Now, pipili ka lang ng isang point na magre-represent sa particular part nung ating line. So, sabi ko, since hindi naman dinaanan yung origin, ito na lang ang gamitin kasi ito yung pinakamadali na gamitin for testing point natin. Origin na lang. Ibig sabihin, kapag true ang lumabas mamaya, shade mo tong baba. Kasi kasama niya yung origin. Pero kapag false ang lumabas, shade mo yung upper part niya. Kasi dapat iwasan mo yung origin kapag false yon. Okay? So, solve natin ito. So, we have x minus y less than or equal to negative 2. Ito na yung shortcut. So, kasi, sabi ko, ang pinakamagandang gamitin is the origin. Bakit? Lagi po kasi magzi-zero yung left. Lagi itong magzi-zero. Why? Diba? Kunwari may number yung x, 3 times 0, 3 times x. Whatever you multiply, dun sa number na yon, 0 pa rin yung sagot. And yung y ganun din, magiging 0 din yan. So kahit pa yan plus or minus, ang lalabas dito sa left ay laging 0. Diba? Pwede ko tong tanggalin na, magiging 0 to eh. Diba? Pwede ko rin tong tanggalin kasi magiging 0 na siya. So 0 minus 0 is just 0, less than or equal to negative 2. Laging ganito yung magiging format niya. 0, tapos yung inequality, tapos kung ano yung nasa right side. Ayan, kaya siya yung pinakamadali at convenient na gamitin for testing point. Kung available siya. Pero kung hindi, gagamit ka ng ibang points. Alright? Now you have to ask yourself kung true or false. Ang 0 daw ba, tagalogin ko na, ang 0 daw ba mas mababa o kaya kapareho ng negative 2? Hindi. Diba? That is false. Ang 0 mas malaki sa negative 2. Diba? Lahat ng negative number mas mababa yan compared sa 0. Kaya, this is false. Alright? So, gamitin natin to. Atong false statement natin, tapos yung ating testing point na 0, 0 para ilagay natin kung nasaan dapat yung shaded region. Alright? So, ngayon pag-usapan natin yung violet line. Again, tingin or focus sa violet line. Yung line nitong ating second inequality. So, ang lumabas dun ay false. Tama? Yung 0, 0 or the origin, false daw. Kapag false kasi iwas ka. Iiwasan mo yung part kung nasaan yung testing point na ginamit mo. Ibig sabihin, hindi to kasama. Ang mangyayari dyan, ang shaded region is the upper part. Okay? Atong taas, ang isi-shade natin. So, of course, in terms pa rin naman siya dito sa line. So, mula dito sa pinakailalim ng line natin na nabuo, doon ka magsi-shade. Okay? Tuloy-tuloy lang. Alright, so ganyan. Ganyan yung mangyayari na pagsi-shade natin. Okay. Sir, parang magulo na kasi may nag-overlap. Ayan. Actually, that's a good observation. Pero, that's okay na mag-overlap. Bakit? Kasi we're looking for solutions. And yung solution na hinahanap natin ay matatagpuan dito sa overlapping ng red at ng violet. I'll repeat para mas magets. Kung nasaan nag-overlap yung red at yung violet, eto lahat ng points dyan na makukuha natin sa loob nitong part na to, ay solution ng ating linear inequality. And that is what we are looking for. Diba? Yan ang hinahanap natin. Lahat ng nandito na points ang sagot sa ating linear inequalities or systems of linear inequalities. Tandaan niyang mabuti. Hindi ito kasama. Bakit? Red only yan eh. Hindi rin ito kasama. Violet siya. At lalong hindi ito kasama kasi wala naman siyang shade. Ibig sabihin, hindi yan pwede sa kahit alin dyan. Pero itong part na to, itong pavi dyan, this part, kung saan nag-overlap yung red at yung violet, nandyan lahat ng solutions natin. Ngayon, so baka hingin sa inyo ni teacher ang checking. I don't know how many. Pero dito, I'll just focus on one number for checking. Ganito yan. Alright? So, much better, I suggest kapag mag-check, ang gamitin ninyo is yung part kung saan merong y-axis o kaya x-axis. Okay? Ito ay tip lang naman. Pero actually, kahit alin dyan, kunwari, gusto mong gamitin yung ito. That's negative 1, 2. Pwede yan. Ito. Kunyari, gusto mong gamitin ito. This one. That's negative 2, 4. Gusto mong gamitin ito. Negative 3, 5. That's fine. Kahit alin dyan, basta nasa loob siya nito. Pwede mong gamitin yan for checking. Pero ang pinakamadali for checking is yung mga nandito na. Yung mga nasa Y na. Mga intercept. Okay? So, kung ako ang magsasolve, pipiliin ko na yung 3. Bakit? Kapag intercept kasi, meron na siyang kasamang 0. Alright, diba? Papangalanan ko to ng 0, 3. Dito ko na. 0, 3. Okay? So, mas madali itong isolve kasi may 0 na siya. Alright? Kahit saan namang computation once na may 0 na, madali siyang isolve kasi kakancel mo na lang siya. Diba? Hindi mo na siya iisipin pa. Okay? So, that's one of my tips na pili ka na lang kung ano yung overlapping. Diba? Overlapping, andun naman yung sa y-axis din. Gamitin mo yung sa y-axis para mas madali. Okay? So, pwede yung 3, 0, 3, or itong 4, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, 7, so on and so forth. Pero since pinakamababa yung 3, then gamitin mo yung 3. Okay? So, let me go back to my PowerPoint presentation para isolve natin yung checking nito, yung 0, 3. Alright, so let's do the checking. So, kanina, I told you na at na lang gamitin natin yung 0, 3 para madaling isolve dito sa ating linear inequality. Alright? So, technique kasi yon para mas madali sa inyong mag-solve, hanap ka ng value na may 0 na. And mahanap yun sa y-axis o kaya sa x-axis. So, ito na yung gamitin natin. So, kailangan masatisfy niya yung both inequalities na ito. Okay, so dito muna tayo sa una. So, yung x plus y greater than or equal to negative 2. So, yung value nito, yung x dyan ay 0, yung y dyan ay yung 3. Diba? Ito yung x, ito yung y. So, ipalit lang natin sila dito. So, magiging 0 yung x. Ayan. plus yung y would be 3 greater than or equal to negative 2. 0 plus 3 is what? 3. Greater than or equal to negative 2. Now you have to ask yourself, yung 3 ba, mas mataas daw o kaya equal sa negative 2? Mas mataas. So good yan. So this is true. Okay? So tama siya sa ating equation, inequality number 1. Nasanay ako sa equation, sorry. Next, solve naman natin gamit ito. X minus y less than or equal to negative 2. Okay? So ipalit, again, yung 0, tapos yung 3 naman, dun sa y, minus 3. Less than or equal to negative 2. 0 minus 3 is negative 3, less than or equal to negative 2. Is this true or false? Ang negative 3 daw, mas mababa o kaya equal sa negative 2. This is true. Bakit? Di ba yung number line, yung integers, kunwari yung negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, habang lumalayo siya, eto, lumalaki yung absolute value, pababa ng pababa ang kanyang value. Tama? So, yung negative 6 mas mababa compared sa negative 4. Yung negative 4 ang pinakamataas among the 3. Okay? So, ganun din dito. Ibig sabihin yung negative 3, mababa siya compared to negative 2. So, that is true. Ayan. So, kung parehong true yan, ibig sabihin, satisfied ang ating inequalities na dalawa. Okay. Again, napakaraming points na pwede nyong gamitin. Hindi lang siya yung 0, 3. Lahat na nasa shaded region doon ay solutions ng ating linear inequalities. Ayan. Alright. So, let's have problem number 2. 2x plus y is greater than 4. Tapos, x minus 3y is less than 3. So, we have inequality 1 tas inequality number 2. So, niname ko siya para pag nag-solve tayo, hindi kayo malilito. So, number 1, ito muna. Yung number 1 muna tayo. 2x plus y is greater than 4. Paano kaya yan? So, first thing we have to do is to change that into equation. So, 2x plus y is equal to 4. Kung ano man yung inequality na yan, wag niyong pakialaman. Ang gagawin lang dyan, automatic magiging siyang equal. Alright? Tapos, solve na tayo ng x-intercept, saka ng y-intercept. X-intercept, y is equal to 0. So, magiging 2x plus y is equal to 4. So, since ang y is 0, cancel mo yung term na may y. Magiging siyang 2x is equal to 4. Kapag may number na katabi yung variable, ganito ang ginagawa. Di-divide mo to sa 2, whatever the number na katabi ng x. Ayan, kung 2 yan, dapat 2 ang divisor para maging 1 ang kanyang quotient. So, whatever you do sa left, you do it to the right. Okay? Nag-divide ka ng 2 sa left, mag-divide ka din ng 2 sa right. Kasi nga equation siya. Kailangan balance pa rin silang dalawa. Alright? So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. That's 1x. Diba? 1x, no need to write 1. Tapos, 4 divided 2, that is 2. Okay? So, this is now for x value. So, gawa tayo ng ordered pair. So, x would be 2, then y is 0. So, this is our x-intercept sa equation number 1. Alright, so let's solve naman yung y-intercept. That is x is equal to 0. Kapag y-intercept, yung x naman yung magiging 0. So, using the same working equation, we have 2x plus y is equal to 4. So, cancel mo lang yung term na may x, yung 2x. Magiging siyang positive y is equal to 4. So, wala na tong problema kasi yung y is positive already. Alright? So, ordered pair natin, x muna, 0, then followed by y, 4. Tandaan po yun na, that's very important. Kung anong inuuna sa ordered pair. Alright, so that's for our first inequality. So, kaya na yung mag-graph later. So, dun tayo sa number 2. X minus 3y is less than 3. Alright. So, change muna into equation. Then, after, solve na for x-intercept. Y is equal to 0. So, gamit yung ating working equation, x minus 3y is equal to 3. Hanapin mo lang yung term na may y. In this case, eto yon yung negative 3y. Cancel mo na siya kasi magiging 0 yan. x is equal to positive 3. Okay, so positive na yung x, okay na yan. Gawa ka na lang ng ordered pair. 3 muna kasi siya yung x, followed by 0. Okay, so sana nakakasunod. Let's have y-intercept. Dito naman, x naman yung 0. Okay, so gamit yung working equation, balikan mo lang ito. X minus 3y is equal to 3. Then, this time, yung 0 ang ika-cancel natin. Ayan. So, we are left with negative 3y is equal to 3. So, whatever the number nakatabi ng y, divisor natin yan sa left saka sa right. So, that's negative 3. And this is negative 3 as well. Right. So, kapag same sign, tandaan, positive, different sign, negative. Ito ay multiply and divide. Okay, so since same sign ito, actually kapag nagdi-divide ka ng same dyan, lagi yung 1, kaya kahit hindi mo na ito i-analyze. Pero anyway, so since negative, same sign, the answer is positive, positive 1, or just y. Ito naman, 3 divide 3 is 1, pero since magka-opposite or different sign, the answer would be negative. Ito dapat ang isasagot. So that's negative 1. Okay? So, ordered pair natin, una si x, 0, followed by y, negative 1. Alright. So, this is now the y-intercept. And ito naman yung x-intercept. Okay? So, kung okay na tayo dito, we are done. Okay na si x dito sa una, si y, sa x saka si y sa pangalawa. Then, we can graph already. So, punta na ako sa aking graphing paper para ipakita sa inyo how this is graphed. Alright, so let's graph naman yung ating second inequality. So we have 2x plus y greater than 4, x minus 3y less than 3. Okay? Tapos na-solve din natin yung kanilang x-intercepts saka y-intercepts. Diba? Ayan. Atong nasa ilalim later on, isa-solve natin yan. Yan kasi yung sa testing point. Alright? So focus muna tayo dito sa una. Yung 2x plus y greater than 4. By the way, never mind the points. Napatungan ko lang kanina. I'm sorry. So, basta wala pa yan dyan mga tuldok-tuldok na yan. Alright? So, again. So, focus tayo sa una. This one. 2x plus y greater than 4. So, ito ang kanyang x-intercept. Alright? So, hanapin mo yan sa x-axis. Kasi x-intercept siya. Nasaan ba yung 2? Kasi 2, 0. Andito. So, kung nandyan, gamit ako ng red ball pen. Ayan. Andito yung ating first point. So, that's 2, 0. So, i-name mo lang siya in terms din sa name ng x-intercept. Next, yung y. Y-intercept is 0, 4. Hanapin mo naman yun sa y. Diba? 0, 4. So, andito yung 4 sa y, diba? Ayan. So, kung nandyan yan, let's name this as 0, 4. Yung name ng ating y-intercept. Tapos after that, isipin mo na lang kung anong klaseng line ang gagamitin natin. Balikan mo yung inequality. Again, ang gagawin dyan, ayan, kapag less than o kaya greater than, broken line. Kapag less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, solid line. Okay? Ayan. So ngayon, kung gusto nyong gamitin yung aking technique na i-share sa inyo, kapag may line sa ilalim, solid. Kapag wala, broken. So, since wala siyang line sa ilalim, broken line yan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin noon, etong graph natin, kapag kinonect ko tong dalawang points na meron tayo ngayon, kailangan yung line na makikreate ko ay broken line. Ganito. Sorry. Ayan. So, dapat yung line ay broken. Ayan. So, tuloy lang. Lagpas mo sa point. Then, don't forget to write the arrowhead. Tapos, yung name, since meron ng line doon, dito ko nasa ilalim yung name. Pwede naman yun. Ayan. So, that's 2x plus y greater than 4. Alright? So, that's for our first line dito sa ating linear inequality. Ngayon, so, punta naman tayo sa pagsusolve ng kanyang testing point. Ayan. Bakit kaya naging false yan? Or tama ba kaya ito nakasulat sa atin? Let's see. Alright, so gagamitin ko ulit yung 0, 0. Tignan nga natin kung available na siya. Ayan. So, how do we know, sir, kung available ba yung 0, 0? Para malaman yon, kailangan hindi siya dinaan ng line. Hindi naman dumaan sa 0, 0, di ba? So, therefore, available yung origin. Ito yung pinakamadali. Kasi nga sabi ko, pinakamadaling gamitin yung origin kasi 0 na siya. Wala ka nang isa-solve. Right? So, that's one. That's another technique. Okay? So, 0, 0. Ibig sabihin that would represent anything na nasa ilalim ng red. Kapag true ito, shade mo tong ilalim. Kapag false, shade mo yung taas. Okay? So, let's see. Let's see kung true or false ito. Ito yung shortcut. So, another technique na naman ito. Kapag, di ba, kung 0 na kasi yung x dito, magiging siyang 2 times 0. And whatever you multiply to 0, 0 lang din yung sagot. At ganun din sa y. Whatever that is, 0 lang din. Kaya nga ang shortcut doon, laging 0 yung left, tapos copyahin mo na lang yung mga susunod. Okay? So ngayon, again yung shortcut, lagi mo tong i-0 kasi testing point naman natin ay origin. Pero hindi mo to gagamitin. Okay? I forgot to mention. You don't have to use this technique once na hindi mo naman ginamit yung testing point na origin. Kung iba yung point na ginamit mo, kasi possible naman, let's say ito, balikan natin ulit yung graph. Let's say gusto mong gamitin ay yung negative 2, negative 2, pwede naman. It would represent anything na nandito. Pero kung origin ang ginamit mo, saka mo lang gamitin itong technique natin. Okay? Alright. So, true or false tayo. You have to ask yourself kung true or false ba itong last statement dito. 0 is greater than 4. Ibig sabihin, 0 mas mataas daw sa 4. Do you agree? You don't agree. So, ibig sabihin, that's false. Kasi ang 4 mas mataas sa 0, di ba? So, this is false. Okay, gamit natin yung statement dito na false and yung testing point. Kaya na nating i-shade kung nasang part dapat yung shaded region. Okay. So, balik tayo for shaded region dito sa ating graph. So, ito yung lumabas sa atin. 0 is greater than 4. That's false. So, focus tayo sa origin. Ayan, 0, 0. Ito. So, since false, iwas. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng false. Iwasan mo yung origin. So, hindi ito. Okay? Hindi yung babang part ang isi-shade kasi iiwasan mo siya eh. Para maiwasan siya, dapat yung taas ang may shade. Okay? So, ganun po mag-analyze ng shaded region kung nasaan dapat ang isi-shade natin. Kapag false, iwasan mo yung testing point. Kapag true, dapat yung testing point ay nasa shaded region. Ayan. So, that's it. That's for the first inequality. Now, let's move naman sa second inequality, which is x minus 3y less than 3. I'm gonna use my violet na pen para magkaiba yung lines na i-represent natin. Alright, so x-intercept, ganun din, same process. X-intercept ay 3, 0. Hanapin mo yan sa x-axis, andito siya. Tama? So, yan yung first point natin. So, this would be 3, 0. Okay? Another. Y-intercept naman. Y-intercept dito yan sa y. That's 0, negative 1 or negative 1, hanapin mo na lang. Andito naman siya. Okay? So, since andyan, ato na yung dalawang points, connect na natin. Pero, bago mo i-connect, again, you have to ask yourself, anong klaseng line kaya ang gagamitin ko para i-connect yung dalawang points na meron na ako. Balikan mo kung anong itsura ng inequality. May line ba sa ilalim? Kung walang line sa ilalim, that's broken line. Kung may line sa ilalim, solid line. Okay? So, since wala, broken line tayo. Ayan. So, broken line ang ipang-connect natin sa ating 2 points. Ayan. So, ilagpas mo lang. So, don't forget the arrowhead and don't forget the name of the inequality. Alright. So, pangalanan natin to as x minus 3y less than 3. Okay? Now, testingin naman natin yung testing point na 0, 0. So, bakit ko gagamitin yung 0, 0? Kasi available siya. Hindi naman siya dinaanan ng violet. Focus tayo sa violet. Hindi naman dinaanan ng violet yung 0, 0. So, gamitin natin siya kasi siya yung pinakamadali. Okay? Alright, so let's solve for the testing point. 0, 0 ulit kasi mabenta to. Ito yung pinakamadali nga. Ayan. Then, sabi ko kanina, ang shortcut lang dyan, magiging 0 to, 0 yung nasa left, less than 3. As simple as that. Okay? So, napakadami na kasing ginagawa sa systems of linear inequalities, kaya I'm giving you the shortcut paano mabilis mag-solve. Ayan. Now, true or false? Ask yourself kung true or false ba siya. 0 mas mababa sa 3? That's true. Ang 0 mas mababa sa 3. Kung hindi mo kaya na isipin yung English nito, Tagalogin mo na lang para mas maintindihan mo kung ano yung kanyang interpretation dapat. So, this is true. Ang 0 mas mababa sa 3. Okay. That's true. Gamit natin yung true sa kayong testing point, kaya na nating ma-shade kung nasan dapat yung shaded region. Balik tayo sa ating graph. Alright? So, eto na. So, yung shaded region naman ng violet. Again, focus tayo sa violet. Wala pa ngayong kinalaman yung red. Okay? Kasi yung shaded region pala ng violet ang ating pag-uusapan. Ngayon, so since true, tapos eto naman yung ating origin, diba? So, since true, ibig sabihin kasama. Kasama. Isasama mo dapat sa shaded region yung origin. So, therefore, taas, yung upper part ang ating isi-shade. Ganito. Ayan. So, shade mo lang yung taas. Overlap. Talaga namang mag-overlap yan. So, di ko na hinabaan kasi matatakpan natin yung nandito. Ayan. So, ganyan. Pero ang ibig sabihin nito, itong mga line-line na yan, diretso yan. Diretso yan hanggang doon. At itong red, diretso yan hanggang doon. So, ibig sabihin, ngayon, titignan mo lang, observe mo lang, nasaan ba yung overlapping ng red at ng violet? Andito, sa part na to. Nag-overlap si red at si violet. Diba? Then, after that, hahanap ka lang ng point kung saan pwede mong gamitin for checking. Ayan. So, again, hindi ito pwede. Bakit? Red part lang siya. Red part lang ang meron sa kanya. Hindi rin ito pwede kasi violet part lang. At lalong hindi rin ito pwede kasi wala siyang shaded region. So, ang mga sagot natin ay manggagaling lang dito. Nandito lahat. Okay? Nandito lahat. Ayan. So, sige. Si-shadean ko ito lahat. Idadamay ko na ito. Ayan. So, anyway, tapos na naman tayo kasi baka isipin ninyo na, ay sir, hindi na naman umabot doon. Aabot yan dyan. Sige, i-shade natin ng maayos. Ganito kasi yan. Ayan. So, lahat ng nandyan kasama. Tapos, yung violet din, extend mo lang. Lahat ng nandito ay kasama. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng points dito na pwede mong maisip or na pwede mong kuhanin ay solutions ng ating linear inequalities. Ayan, atong dalawa. Ngayon, so yung technique na binanggit ko sa inyo kanina, ganito. Hanap ka ng part kung saan tumama sa X o kaya sa Y. Ayan. So, nasan ba yung part? Ito lang. Ito lang yung part titignan mo. Andito, ito yung may Y. Diba? So, since ito yung may Y, ang pipiliin ko dyan, kung ako yung magsasolve, eto. This point. Siya yung pinakamababa. At the same time, ang ordered pair niyan ay, di ba? 0, 5. Okay, again, ordered pair nito ay 0, 5. How do we do that? Tignan mo muna yung X, tapat nung X, 0. Tapos yung Y, siya mismo, 5. Okay? So, ang gagamitin ko ay 0, 5 for checking. Kasi siya yung mas madali na gamitin for checking. So, let me go back to my graphing, my PowerPoint presentation para ipakita sa inyo kung paano i-check yung 0, 5 sa ating linear inequalities na ito. Dapat pareho yung masatisfy itong una, saka itong pangalawa. Alright, so let's do the checking for number 2. So, kanina na pag-usapan natin na yung 0, 5 na lang. Kasi nandun naman siya sa shaded region at madali siyang isolve kasi may 0 siya nakasama. Okay? So, yung x dyan ay 0, yung y dyan ay 5. Tandaan yon. Next, check natin dito. Yung 2x plus y greater than 4. Ayan. So, yung x dito magiging 0. Magiging siyang 2 times 0 plus yung 5 ay value ng y. Magiging siyang 5 dito. Greater than 4. 2 times 0 is 0. Cancel na yan. 0 plus 5 greater than 4. 0 plus 5 is 5 greater than 4. True or false? True. Mas mataas ang 5 compared sa 4. That is true. Okay? So, check yung una. Sa pangalawa naman, x minus 3y is less than 3. X ay 0. 0 minus 3 times yung 5 less than 3. 0, negative 3 times 5 is negative 15 less than 3. 0 minus 15 is negative 15 less than 3. So, mas mababa daw ba ang negative 15 compared sa 3? True. Okay? True yan. Mas mababa yung negative compared sa positive. So, that's true. Okay? So, kung true yung dalawa, ibig sabihin, isa ito sa napakadaming solutions ng ating linear inequalities. Okay? So, depende rin kay teacher kung ilan ang ipapahanap nila sa inyo for checking. So, dito isa lang, pero kung dalawa, then you have to follow. Kung dalawa ang i-check, hanap ka pa ng isang ordered pair. Alright? Alright, so let's have our YouMore drill. So, I'll give you one item to answer. Solve the system of linear inequality in two variables. We have x minus 4y greater than or equal to 4. 2x plus y is less than negative 2. Ayan, paano yan? Paano kaya yung magkaiba na? Merong may equal, tas yung wala. How would you do this? Alright? So, before I give you the countdown, so, reminder muna kung ano yung kailangan. Kailangan may graphing paper. Kailangan may graphing notebook if ever na walang graphing paper. Ball pen, colored sana. Ruler, very important, ruler. And if ever na wala ka nung apat, and whatever it is that available in your house, yun na lang po ang gamitin. Huwag ipilit kung wala naman talaga. Alright? Anyway, ang importante is you know how to solve this inequality. Alright. Sige, I'll pause for a while now, and I'll get back to you to give the answer. But if you still need time, feel free to pause the video. Your timer starts now. Alright, time's up. So, solve muna natin yung x and y intercept ng inequality 1 tapos inequality number 2. Alright? So, first thing we have to do, yung 1 muna. Focus tayo dito sa 1. Ito muna. So, we have x minus 4y greater than or equal to 4. So, change that to equation muna. X minus 4y is equal to 4. Ayan. Then, solve for x-intercept. Y would be 0. So, copy mo muna itong working equation natin. X minus 4y is equal to 4. Then, ika-cancel ko yung 0 na y. Ito yan. Yung negative 4y. X is equal to 4. Good na tayo dyan kasi yung x is positive already. So, we have 4, 0. Saan ko nakuha? Ito, saka ito. 4 is x muna, followed by y. Let's have the y-intercept naman. X would be 0. Ayan. So, ito ulit, balikan mo yan, minus 4y is equal to 4. This time, since x is 0, x ang ika-cancel. So, we have negative 4y is equal to 4. Whatever the number beside our variable, siya ang ating denominator or divisor. So, negative 4 divide negative 4, that is y. Y, or 1y. 4 divide negative 4, since opposite, the answer would be negative. 4 divide 4 is 1. Alright? So, dito is positive kasi same sign. Okay, so we have 0, negative 1. Saan nakuha? Eto, 0 si x, negative 1 si y. Alright, so box natin yan kasi ito ang ating y-intercept. Ito din naman ang ating x-intercept. So we can graph now our first inequality. So let's move on to our second inequality. 2x plus y less than negative 2. Paano naman ito? First, change that to equation is equal to negative 2. Tapos solve for x-intercept. X-intercept, y is equal to 0. So gamitin natin yung working equation. We have 2x plus y is equal to negative 2. Since y ang 0, cancel mo yung y. Alright, shortcut yun na yung mga pinapakita ko na dito. 2x is equal to negative 2. Then whatever the number beside x or beside the variable, siya ang divisor lagi. So same sign ulit, dapat positive. 2 divide 2 is 1. That is x na lang. Negative 2 divide negative 2, that's negative 1. I mean, negative 2 divide 2, since magka-opposite or different, the answer would be negative. Ordered pair, negative 1, 0. X muna bago y. Alright? So let's have the y-intercept. X naman dito yung 0. So let's have again our working equation. Plus y is equal to negative 2. This time yung x yung isi-0 natin or ika-cancel. Since positive yung y, that is y is equal to negative 2. Wala nang problema, walang katabing number. Positive naman, good na yan. Okay? So gawa tayo ng ordered pair. Una is si x followed by y, which is negative 2. This is our y-intercept and this is our x-intercept. Okay, kung meron na tayo niyan, then we can graph this linear inequality. So let me proceed now to my graphing paper para ipakita sa inyo kung paano i-graph etong ating nasa YouMore drill. Okay, so let's graph our YouMore drill. I'm so excited. Sana nakuha niyo yung sagot for our YouMore drill. So let's see. Ayan. So we have these two inequalities. X minus 4y greater than or equal to 4. 2x plus y less than negative 2. Okay? And we have the x-intercepts, tapos y-intercepts ng dalawa. Eto, never mind muna. Mamaya nyo na tignan. Mamaya pa naman yan isosolve. So, let me use my red ball pen para dito sa ating unang inequality. So, 4, 0, hanapin mo lang yan sa x-axis. Andito siya. Tama? Ito yung x-axis, ito yung 4, ito yung x-intercept. Next, for y-intercept naman, nasa y-axis naman ito mahahanap. So, ito yung y-axis, hanapin mo lang yung negative 1, andito siya. Ayan. So, therefore, ito yung second point natin. Tapos, babalikan mo ulit yung klase ng line na gagamitin natin. Ayan. So, dito, since may line sa ilalim, magso-solid line tayo. Okay? So, solid dapat yung line na gagamitin para sa line nung x minus 4y greater than or equal to 4. Ayan. Tapos, we name this as, ayan, yung name ng inequality. X minus 4y greater than or equal to 4. Okay. Then, after, ayan, okay na siya. I forgot to write the name of the points pala. So, ito ay 4, 0. Tapos, this one is 0, negative 1. Ayan. Then, after that, kung okay na naman yung line, tapos may name na naman yung ordered pairs natin, tapos may name na rin, ito, then, proceed tayo dun sa testing point. Eto. Solve natin kung tama ba itong false na ito. Okay? Okay, so i-solve natin yung testing point gamit yung 0, 0. So, check muna natin kung talagang available yung 0, 0. Ayan. Sa ito yung red line, hindi niya naman dinaanan yung origin mismo. So, therefore, available yung ating origin. Ayan, ibig sabihin, this origin represents anything na nasa taas. Kapag false ang sagot natin, ilalim. Kapag true ang sagot natin, kasama dapat siya, taas. So, let's solve. Ayan. So, ito yun. Testing point is 0, 0. Ito yung ating inequality. Ang shortcut dyan, magiging 0 lang to. Kasi magiging 0 yan, 0 yan. Then we have greater than or equal to 4. After that, analyze kung true or false ba. Ang 0 daw mas malaki sa 4. Obviously, that's false. So, lagay mo false. Ayan. Tapos, gamitin natin to, pati yung testing point, para i-graph kung nasaan yung shaded region. Alright, so balik tayo dito. So, false yung kinalabasan ng ating testing point, which is, eto ang ginamit natin, 0, 0. So, ang mangyayari dito, since false, iwas. Diba? Iwas ang ibig sabihin ng false. Iwas yung origin, kasi ito yung ginamit natin. Iwasan mo siya, therefore, para maiwasan yan, ilalim tayo. Ilalim ang ating shaded region. Ayan. So, I hope you're getting the point already. Okay, so that's for the first inequality. So, next, focus naman tayo sa second inequality. We have 2x plus y less than negative 2. Okay, so dito, violet naman ang gagamitin natin para magkaibang kulay, para hindi nakakalito. 2x plus y less than negative 2. Ito muna, x-intercept. Hanapin mo siya sa x-axis. Andito, yung negative 1. Diba? So, since nandito yung negative 1, pangalanan natin siya as negative 1, 0. Okay? Next, for y-intercept, negative 2 yung value ng y. So, andito naman yun. Okay? So, kung andito yung negative 2, this will become 0, negative 2. Ito yung name niya. Right? Tapos, we are just going to connect these 2 points. Ang kaso mo, kailangan balikan mo ito kasi dapat alam mo kung anong klaseng line ang gagamitin natin. Kailangan binabalikan yung ating inequality. Hindi tayo dapat line lang ng line kung anong gusto natin. So, since walang line sa ilalim, ito, ibig sabihin broken line tayo. So, broken line ang gagamitin natin. So, this is quite different from our 2 examples kasi kanina, parehong broken at parehong solid. Diba? So, it also happens na may mga times na combined yung dalawa. So, merong isang broken, merong isang solid. Kaya, you have to be prepared for that. So, baka nalito yung iba, sir, parang mali yung given. Hindi po mali ang given. Tama ang given, kailangan mo lang i-analyze kung paano siya i-graph. Okay? Now, name lang natin yung line. So, ano bang name nito? Ito. 2x plus y less than negative 2. Ayan. So, that's it. Okay? So, solve naman natin yung testing point. 0 less than negative 2 daw. Let's see kung totoo ba yan. Let's see kung tama yan. Alright. So, ginamit ulit natin yung origin. Let's see kung talaga bang pwedeng gamitin ang origin. So, focus sa violet. Tingin sa violet lahat. Ayan. Dinaanan niya ba yung origin? Hindi naman. So, good yung origin. Okay tayo sa origin. Once hindi niya dinaanan, hindi dumaan dun yung line, okay si origin na gamitin. Okay? So, ayan. Origin ang ginamit natin for our testing point. Now, ang shortcut, so since 0, 0 yan, 0 din to, 0 din yan, 0 yung left, less than negative 2. Analyze mo na lang kung true or false. Is it true or false? 0 mas mababa sa negative 2. That's false. Again, lahat ng negative ay mas mababa compared sa 0. Kaya, false ang statement na ito. Okay? Gamit ito, gamit yan, kaya na nating i-shade kung nasan dapat yung part na yon. Okay? So, let me go back to our graphing paper. Alright, so tingin tayo ulit sa violet kasi ito yung pinag-uusapan natin na line. So, sabi dyan, false daw yung origin. Ibig sabihin, hindi dapat kasama yung origin sa shaded region natin. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ito. Kasi andito yung origin sa taas nitong violet. So, sa ilalim tayo magsi-shade. Okay? So, basta ganun lang. Baliktaran lang. Kung false, edi iwasan. Kung true, edi i-shade. Ganun po yung concept nun. Ayan. Tapos, ang last task natin dito is that, hanapin mo lang kung nasan yung overlapping part. Siyempre, hindi ito. Kasi wala nga siyang ka-shade-shade kahit anong gawin natin dyan. Hindi rin itong part na to. Bakit? Violet lang to. Lalong hindi din ito. Bakit red part lang yan? Dito nag-overlap yung dalawa. Etong part na to. Diba? This part, eto, at eto, etong nandyan sa kanya, lahat yan ay solutions ng ating linear inequalities. For linear inequalities po kasi napakadami talaga ng sagot. Okay? Kaya yung region dito, lahat dyan ng ordered pair na may isip mo dito sa ilalim ay sagot sa ating linear inequality or system of linear inequality. Okay? Pero ang technique ko ulit, para makapagsagot ng mabilis, kasi 0 ang gusto natin lagi para mag-solve, eto yan. Ang gagamitin ko dyan, titignan ko lang yung x saka yung y. So, since yung x wala siyang part dito, yung y, dun ako sa y titingin. Okay? Kasi tinamaan niya yung y. Kung tinamaan niya yung y, pwede kong gamitin yung eto, pinakamababa. That is 0, negative 3. Sulat ko dito para makita ninyo. 0, negative 3 ang gagamitin ko for checking. Okay? So, yan. Actually, ayan. So, tama pala. So, 0, negative 3 ang ating gagamitin for our checking. Pero kung hinihingin ni teacher ay dalawa, then pwede mong gamitin yung isa pa. Yung 0, negative 4. Kung tatlo, edi kasama pa yung negative 5. Okay? So, yun yung technique. Okay, so let me go back to my PowerPoint presentation para i-solve or i-check kung tama ba ito sa dalawang inequalities natin. Okay, so let's check naman yung ating nasa YouMore drill. Baka mali tayo ng sagot. So, pinili natin yung 0, negative 3. Sabi ko nga yung technique doon, piliin mo kung ano yung nasa y-axis or nasa x-axis. So, it turns out na ito yung natripan natin na value kung saan andun siya or sakop siya ng dalawang shaded region ng dalawang inequalities natin. Okay. So, this is x and this is y. X ito ay y. So, let's check muna dito sa unang inequality. X minus 4y greater than or equal to 4. Okay. So, x ay 0. 0 minus 4 times ang y is negative 3 greater than or equal to 4. Ayan. So, 0, negative times negative. Kapag same sign, positive, different sign, negative. So, multiply and divide only. Okay? So, since you are multiplying tapos same sign, positive dapat yung sagot. Okay? Magiging siyang plus 12 greater than or equal to 4. 0 plus 12 is 12 greater than or equal to 4. True or false? True. Bakit? Ang 12 daw ba mas malaki o kaya equal sa 4? Mas malaki siya. So, therefore, true siya. Okay? So, okay tayo dito sa unang inequality. Let's proceed to the second inequality. 2x plus y less than negative 2. So, change mo lang ulit. Balikan mo yung ating ordered pair na pinili. Magiging siyang 2 times 0 plus yung y would be negative 3. Right? Less than negative 2. 2 times 0 is 0. Ayan, 0 plus negative 3 less than negative 2. So, kapag nag-plus tayo ng ganito, negative 3 pa rin yung lalabas. Less than negative 2. So, yung negative 3 daw mas mababa ba sa negative 2? True. Diba? True. Again, ang negative, habang tumataas ang absolute value, bumababa siya. So, ibig sabihin, mas mababa ito compared dito sa negative 2. So, that is true. So, check tayo sa pangalawang inequality. So, therefore, sa dinami-dami ng ordered pair na solution dito sa ating linear inequalities, isa ito doon. Okay? So, baka kasi iniisip ninyo na, ito lang dapat, ito dapat yung sagot ko lagi. Hindi po. Napakadami. Ang daming solutions for that linear inequalities. Lahat ng nasa shaded region doon ay kanya. Okay? Alright. Okay, so kung tumama ka dyan, so let me know sa comment section para makongratulate kita. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned a lot today. And I want to see you in our next video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned and enjoyed our lesson for today. And if you did, Huwag na huwag kang aalis nang hindi ka nakakapag-subscribe and nakakapag-click ng notification bell para ma-notify ka sa mga videos natin na mga susunod pa. Alright? And also, let me remind you again that you deserve more, you can learn more, and you can be more. #YouMorePH. Bye-bye. See you in our next video.